things ain't right, but there's a fire. I feel the glow, and I swear it's there to remind me not to care what lies behind me. So please don't let me get me down, 'cause I've been down. I've got a life to live. I've got a life to live. I've got a life to live. Whoa, whoa, oh, oh. I've got a life to live. Whoa, whoa, oh, oh. I'm wired and ready to go. I'll begin before it ends, before I lose it all over again. Now I'll be on my way, I can't stay, gotta leave today. I'll be on my own, that's for sure, but I'm not alone. We've been living wrong all along, help me sing this song. So please don't let me get me down, 'cause I've been
All right, let's look at the flight path.
Okay, cameras up first. What up, everybody? Evening. We have myself, obviously, rocking from EPT, and we got my main man,
Ice-T.
Let's go. Who's going to be rocking? He's going to be rocking for BGL this evening. Let me just sort his camera out. I made a boo boo there. There's the camera sorted, right? I say, but I've not made a fit to boo boo. Anyway, this evening, so we have two Discords going at it head to head, which is going to be, we've got 8 from EPT, aka EU, with a little mix up, and we've got 8 from BGL. We've just been chatting away about this and like getting the insights to the teams, and we've got obviously we've got news and stuff which we'll kick out in a second. But do you know what? I'm really pumped, right? We've got 4 rounds. We've got 2 Orangles, 2 Miramars, 1 EU, 1 NA in both sets. So we'll do EU, NA, EU, NA on the server front. But yeah, just it's a paid, money's up for grabs. We've got extra money in the prize pot as well, which is sponsored by BGL. So big shout out to them for bringing this together. And I'm so keen to see how these teams really react, and more importantly, who is going to drop on who in game number 1 and game 3, because it'd be the first time that these teams may or may not be coming across people across the pond, as we say. But let's have a quick look at the flight path. Right. So flight path coming this evening is a northeast down to a southwest. It's actually a really, really good flight path. We've got loads in. We've got the early drops for Kamensky, Stauber. I know some of the EU teams, they might, VE are most going to go for Stauber. We're going to see GWG, which are now called Euro. They're going to be jumping potentially for Yaz. I want to see if anyone drops there. We've got that whole Roz School Flats. We've got all of that mix sitting in the middle. Pachinki's hot. Gatka's going to be hot. Promos, Quarry, Ferry Pit, all going to be hot. And it looks like, as I said, we have VE. They are out early. They are going for that Stauber drop. All right, so what are we saying about the NA guys?
Give me 1 second. Hold on.
So, most of these guys obviously taken off. So we have quite a few teams here. A lot of teams actually backtracking. NG on the backtrack here. Obviously, you must have seen the amount of shoots. Euro are being contested for Yaz. If I say Euro / GWG, 2 days ago, GWG and Guerrilla Warfare Gaming merged with Euro Gaming. And they're now obviously up with Euro. They're now contesting for Yaz. So it's our first contest there. It looks like we've got NT, which are taking the middle zone, and we haven't got ATR here. JB obviously is without his mates, but he's playing with the other guys. They are out in, and he looks like he's going for the car. He's used to dropping for that as well. We've got a couple more teams obviously jumping down. We've got Ace Gaming, which is dropping down for Ferry Pit. Docs is going for Primorsk. Where is the mates gone? Where are they hiding? Mates actually, Pachinki, banks back in the middle, so no change for them, and not contested either. Really good spread for them. So we've got two teams obviously up for areas for grabs, and looks like the first fight is going to be coming from Team 7 and Team 8 here. Team 7 getting their both of the cars, maybe. All three cars here. Amsy's unable to get a gun, so is Walshy, so we're not going to see any contention. I think these guys are going to get away with the rotation away. So, Team 7 obviously nicking the cars from Team 8, pushed away, and the zone has done a heavy bounce as well, so they are going to be favouring that as well. Back in Yaz, I don't think these teams are going to kick off too soon. We've got Euro obviously sitting there against team number 11, which is Trigger Happy. Trigger Happy taking the southwest corner of Yaz. Euro obviously holding up against the road. Now, I'll be interested to see. I'm going to assume that Euro has the car if they've gone for already. The car is gone. The question of where did it go? It is there. So yeah, is it there? Yeah. No, it's not. Who's nicked the car? Someone's taken the car. Maybe Trigger's taken the car. Tend to find Euro dropping this side close to the road for the car. The main reason is we have a hard spawn car location here where guys can obviously land, get the car, and then push it to the back side of Yaz. Don't forget these tires were coming from the north, coming across the south. So maybe we saw Trigger Happy actually pick up the motor and hide it. Oh, they have. Yeah, there we have it, which is in the middle of the flat. So Team 11 taking the car away from Euro. So great play for them. Really, really breaking down that they actually know how to play this one. And the big question is, do they have the other car in the garage? It's not a hard spawn, so I doubt it. They've got a bike. So a two-seater bike and a car. They're going to be happy with that. Are centered up in zone, so no problems for them. NG, not too bad. VE sitting in the great compounds there. Team 14, which is GT. GT, they should have been on the EPT side of the fence, but they're not. They are moving. They are moving in a good location of Severny, but hey, I love GT. I got enough love for them. Jesse Bros, my boys, and a bit of co-host inside. Big shout outs to him. Yeah, we see Trigger. They are picking up the cars now, moving away. So it looks like they're pushing away to position. IGL's gonna be looking at this, going, "Hey, hold on, guys. Where is it that we are going to be situated? Is the zone going to stay south, or is it going to go north?" I think a lot of the IGL's gonna be looking at this and going, "Actually, hold on, guys. It's going to be a north. It's going to be a north side. So I think we'll see a lot of teams in this position move to a north side. Maybe. I have seen the zone do a couple of dirties. I've seen a couple of zones do a dirties and come back south and do crazy things like bump midi. But I think most of the IGLs here are going to be pushing for the north side." Welcome back.
Man, I am so sorry.
You're good, mate.
Don't usually happen. I had a emergency work call.
You are good. No one could hear you.
I had to leave.
I muted you, mate.
Good.
They didn't even know. They can't see us. Don't worry. Play it off, mate. It was good.
I was like, I had to take that phone call.
You're good, mate. Don't worry. Don't stress about
Alright.
it, mate. Don't stress. Anyway, You have missed Team 7 nick the cars from Team 8.
no.
And so they took all three. So these guys might struggle here. Zone's a heavy north east bounce.
See that.
And we've also seen VE come down. They've lost a compound to Team 11. Team 11 competed against Team 3, which is Euro, but nicked the car and the bike that's in Yaz. But they are in zone, so I don't have too much to push away. And I have seen zones like this pull back towards Yaz. Well, so we might see Euro slash GWG, as I mentioned earlier. These guys have done a merge, and now we got a knock. Ghosted B's been dropped.
Ghosted B has been dropped.
That's going to be a hard push for them. Should get the confirm.
Possibly.
ET is going to be pushing in for the.
No, he's got good cover. Unless they push, he should get the res.
Yeah, it's going to be a hard. It's going to be such a hard push for them. I don't think they're going to move.
Nah.
I really like what GT are doing here. These are strong compounds to hold. One is ghosted getting dropped, but it is for me. They need to do a 2-2 split now. Get a couple of early zones out. Do 2 in a piece. Two on that northeast compound, and 2 in the big one here that we're looking at now. But hold out for as long as they can. Wait for the teams. People, it's the first game. People are not going to crash in early doors. They're going to wait. And when they get the later zones, then merge together as a 4 and keep tight. I see many teams forget to do that, and then they get cut out, and their teams will eventually push in. Looks like Euro's pushing for the choke point as well. Look, Euro pushing down here for this choke point just by Yaz. Wait for the cars. I'm really surprised as well that we're not seeing Team 17 Ricos holding out the cube. Mates running through now. Get some hits on Don't Miss. Experienced play here from VE. They know that the weakest part of the compound they're in is this shack above. So having a couple of guys up here, but mates won't be scared to put up, and they have.
No.
Mates are coming down. They're going to know it's a 2-man there.
You're right, though. That is a smart split. Using the shack up above and holding the compound down low. Kind of as a buffer. Keeping those teams up that are rotating away from pushing down over the top of them.
Pod's going to go here. He should have got in the car.
Oh, no.
They're going to find an aggressive push now from the mates. I think
Absolutely.
VE need to sit tight, and they can't ollie, and Ghost can't sit tight in that compound. So he's a 50-50 if he gets back. Looks like he is making the play down. Good play for them to hold that, knowing the foresight, but coming across a strong team like the mates, they know they need that area.
Yep.
17 has.
That's where a lot of that experience is gonna come into play. When they see they see that there's a 2-2 split, they know that they can take that and get an easy kill, and then push up over that hill. Team 14 just taking shots over the top, actually helping out VE here.
Here we go as well. So we're seeing Euro sneak up. So we've seen Team Jeffrey, as they're called, aka Vita, aka Winning Circle, who are merged together as Team Jeffrey this evening. Euro have pushed up on him here. Not getting any knocks out of him.
Oh, Team 14 getting a knock on the mate on Gravity. Oh, but he's in the shack. He's good.
Funky with a big wrap here. 17 also doing the same. So both these players having the foresight to try and get the high ground. To see if they had the foresight that someone's going to be coming up with them. He's going to be coming from Mushu. Here comes utility belt. That's a good nade from him. That's going to land right in. Another wrap now. They've lost one down a piece.
It was a good trade there. They're going to lose Merc down here on the bottom, possibly. You're already down to 2. Oh, he gets a knock on Mercs.
Antopop is a guy that always will drop shots. Watch him. Unlucky. Well split there between the Jeffrey. Antopop's going for the res. 17 and Foxy are going to have to push aggressively and maybe try and get the res at the same time. Antopop has one. McVitie is down. And McVitie's back up now as a one-shot. Zone has actually pulled back south. I told you. So we might see a lot of teams now shift back.
17, looking for that thirst. Euro's spunky. Holding on right underneath that rock.
To be
praying
fair,
he can
he's
get
good
something
there
happen.
though, because he can be
Yeah,
able to,
he
he's
is,
going to call
for
out
sure.
how many footsteps there are.
Absolutely.
I think at this point, you know, look, now you watch. We should be watching now because he just dropped himself. You need to be looking at those situations, going, actually, hold on, like I'm dead here. Like, let me just try and get as much
Right.
information to my team as possible.
For sure.
Antopop's trying to find a crazy angle here. I think we're going to find Euro backing out of this.
Yeah. That would definitely be the smart play. They don't want to be aggressive. They don't want to try to take another fight and even get a trade, because then they can just, since AV has the numbers, they can crash that if they get a knock and just push and swarm.
Yeah, I think it's going to be game over from here. A couple of good rotations now. Obviously, we've seen GT now taking up the top of Stalbus. So they're going to come down on this fight from this north side. Docs are now rotating in the north side as well. We've got a lot of teams now, 9, 15, 6, 3, and 18, which are going to be coming in. And GT might continue going. It looks like they are. We've got a lot of teams in this northeast corner. BE still sitting strong. Mates have pulled back to the other side of the bridge. So they fully disconnected from that fight. We're now seeing on the other side that Ace Gaming is holding up here. And they are looking at the choke point that is by school. So see if they can get some shots on. Be missing the bolt reaction there. Train B is coming in. Storm.
Looks like DOX is going to come up and push right into NG at the top of the zone here.
Quite a hard push this. They got the
NG is a newer team. I'd be interested to see if they can hold out the DOX.
DOX is experienced. They've got the knowledge to break it down. They will know this next ridge. Most people are going to have teams over, and this is a hard compound to hold. It looks like Wiz is doing the right thing. He's playing a little bit of space. I think he's just picked up trouble. He's been picked up on his left though.
Good job by DOX covering that space on the right side of Wiz. Able to get the knock.
Laps though with a great
And the
rotation all the way down.
thirst.
Oh look!
What just
Whoa!
happened?
Avita and WC pushed in, but a two-man defended them off. First team going out to see them.
Unbelievable.
Oh, Slap gets a great shot on. Oh, just not managing to get the clutch. He came off the trigger just a little bit too early there. Docs will run through and try and first as quickly as they can. They want to keep... One thing that Docs do really well is they don't stop pressure. They keep applying pressure to teams. And you kind of see people will get sort of rabbit-eyed a little bit.
Just
Can't get out. Can't get out
They're
there.
gonna be eliminated.
Well played by Docs there. Well played
Well
by
played by
GWG/Euro though for that play there. So we see we've now seen Trigger Happy, who landed in Yaz, took the car, sodded off, left Euro to run around, make a big rotation, now come back to where they landed. So they've done a full circle, as they say. Team 14 now pushing now in. Yaz is going to be a hard one. Anyone that's got the old Xbox or the old PlayStation, who is sitting in NA, especially on an EU server in game number 1, pushing into Yaz is not something you want to be doing. We might see some people running across the field, bless them.
They're going to be having some massive frame drops. It's going to be difficult for them in Yaz with so many people nearby, especially like you said on those older consoles and on an EU server. Going to be tough. The mates caught a little crossfire here as they rotated to those blues just to the northwest of Yaz, sorry.
I think they're going to come under a lot of fire there. Quite a hard
They
area
really
for them
are.
to hold. It's a good position if you can get like end zone, like, but if this shifts away from them, because you got to remember the water's sitting in, so we know the zone's going to bounce away from the water. Most probably not in the next zone, but it's going to come away from it. So at some point, these guys are most probably going to have to push away. That being said, I will caveat that with since the latest update, PUBG's algorithm for zone movements has gone out the window, but it still has to have some logic that it can't land in the middle of the sea, right?
Oh,
DE,
team number
1,
5
2.
getting some knocks on, is that Bizarre and Albus?
It's Team 12, so it's back
Team
up.
12 absolutely getting demolished on their rotation. Drove right in front of Team 5. That's unfortunate.
Massive choke point for them to go through as well. Massive choke point. They should have really thought about that before making that. And he's
Yeah.
going to sink himself into into Yaz here.
He's gonna go right into the mates though.
We'll see you in game 2. Oh, he's getting out of here.
Oh wow!
He's gonna run to the last one of the mates though. He thinks he's safe. Oh, get your guns up. Let's go, lads. We're gonna fight for this one. Come on, get the knock. Oh, unlucky there. Them shit knocking him down. Really unlucky.
Very difficult push.
That
Oh,
was.
wow.
That was. Well, let's say an IGL fault here because the guys didn't really think about how they were pushing across. They should have known that was a choke point there, and there would have been a team sitting up that side of the pond, forcing a situation where they're going to get shot at.
Smart play by the mates though, because they've got the blues and then they have one person with a foothold in Yaz and able to just clean it up quite easily. Oh, look at this. Team 7 getting knocks on Team 14. Oh, EuroVD goes down for Team 3.
Let's see if Antopop can pull out a 4-on-1.
A miracle.
He's done it before. I'll give him that. He's a good player. Yeah, what people know about him now is he's a Greek player, but he likes to drop. So he will go always to the ground. Yeah,
You said that.
he will always drop shot, and teams are starting to learn that from him. So he kind of needs to learn some new tricks here. He's clearly being told by the IGL now to back away because that is not his style of play. He would have stayed there and
It's a
fought.
smart fight.
A lot of teams now sinking it into Yaz.
Sometimes it's better to live another day and fight another day.
Well, look at this though. Come on, game number 1, right? We are sitting in phase 4 coming in. 13 teams live, 46 people up, and everybody is just piling themselves into Yaz. Look at that. That is ridiculous. How many teams can live so close together in Yaz? Hopefully, we don't see a Yaz finish because it can be really nitty and gritty.
There's 3 full 4-man teams in Yaz right now. 4 full 4-man teams, excuse me, and 1 3-man team. That's unbelievable.
Interesting, mates have pulled away.
I don't even want to imagine how framey it is.
Oh, mate, I feel bad. That's why I'm sitting up so high, mate. I can't deal with lagging out. I've got the new Xbox as well. I lagged out the other day on this place. Right, here comes our rest of our teams. Everybody's sinking in at the moment. They are fully committing. What a horrible,
Team 10
what a
making the
horrible
same
zone.
rotation. Oh, yeah, this is a nasty zone for sure.
A couple of people that are in some great spots for me. VE. I think this area here, and I don't want to write off any of the other teams that are in the area, so Team 10 and Team 3. I really believe that Team 5 and Team 18, whoever wins out of this will be a top 5 contender coming into the final zones. But they can't be taking knocks like that.
Zality gets knocked from Team 5. Oh, wow.
Ghost is just picking up kills, mate. Look.
Yeah, we're just scabbing it right now. They're getting a res on righty. Team 10 down to 2. Team 5 down to 2. No, that's still 3. I didn't see that third person there. Excuse me. Team 10 is not in a great spot there. Team 5 can still see them. Team 18 has Anto Pop.
He was laying down. Dynamic saw him and watched him play now. I'm surprised he's not more aggressive than that. Pickle's trying to delay him.
He's getting shot from Team 5.
He's getting shot at VE. VE stopping him moving. Ollie's picked him up.
Anto Pop eliminated.
He's a good player to watch. Doc's going to be able to get that resin. Dynamic saw him, but Dynamic missed his first shot. And Antobot was like, he knows I'm here. Let me get fighting. It's just unlucky for him that VE are holding that position out. This fight between Team 5 and 18 needs to happen.
Team 10 in a bad spot. They've got no vehicles. They've got all that open. You know the zone's coming down, most likely.
They've said, though, they're in a worse spot. Howler's going to go.
That's terrible.
Beast picked him up.
Teams are fine. They're just taking pot shots at each other in Yaz. Nobody's peeking. Everybody's just trying to get that placement.
Oh, mate. What a shift.
What an awful zone.
What a shift. Right, so
Hard shifts down.
let's break this down, right? I'm just right off every team that's heading out at the moment because no one's going to move and we're not going to get any thirsty Thursdays. They're going to get knocked.
No.
They're going to get rezzed, right? So the fight now is going to come from a couple of teams. VE need to push down, okay? Ace Gaming, Walshy has done the right thing. He's pushed into that corner building, which is that medic center, the pharmacy, right? So the rest of the team are going to push in for them. But Ollie needs to get to the rest of the VE boys, and I think that's going to be the end of their zone. They need to think about what they do after this. It's going to be a bloody hard push for them. They are looking like they're trying to get some more extra kills here, though. They now
all the teams north. Honestly, Team 18, this is even going to be a tough push for them because like I said, they're rotating in all that open territory, and all these people have all the hard cover. They're just going to be able to shoot them from the windows. It's going to be ugly. Oh, the mates are getting knocks on. What team is that? BG?
Ace Gaming. Ace is gone, mate. So they've lost 2 now. Bullshy is trying to get the reses on. He's thinking that the team are coming down. It's just pandemonium at the moment. Team 13 trying to cross the road, getting chewed up by Team 4 and Team 7. It's just stealing kills here. Docs are fully sending it, so they are pushing down now. They're going straight into 1. They've committed for this crash.
They are.
They've picked their building.
Dynamic. Looks like Dynamic's going to be caught out in the open.
Just getting in.
He makes it. He makes it to the building. Oh, wow. What a good push by them to be able to get some cover.
They had to sink center zone, and bloody hell, they've done it. Ting might be able to sneak in here. VE are in problems now, so Team 5 are going to struggle to get in.
Pickle goes down from Team 7.
This is a joke. I'm just going to bring out the big map for everyone just to have a look at it. Look at all the numbers here.
Unbelievable.
36 people alive in Yaz.
In Yaz.
Mate, this is crazy. Team 4 pushing
so this
over.
Is me. I'm not even trying to fight because I'm not going to be able to hit anything. It's going to be terrible for me. If this is me personally playing,
yeah,
I'm
this
waiting
is
for those
horrible.
numbers to go down for it to smooth out because,
you know what the hardest thing is for teams at the moment? So look, we're seeing GTS now push across the road, right? They were taking a fight on with Team 13, right? But they pushed across the road, but now the Team 7 has taken away GTS. So Team 13 have got a free pass. Because the teams are so close together, we're finding that teams are getting not distracted, but they're just shooting players and they're chasing players that are in front of them. Other teams are surviving because they're just holding firm. Ace has picked up an AUG as well.
The last few zones are going to be so toxic. It's going to be
north side, I'm going to say.
Absolutely nasty to watch.
Right and dynamic, right and dynamic. Oh, it's not even sent it in much. What a horrible
Team
game.
10 able to get in those apartments right there. That's very lucky for them. Able to work the edge of the zone to get in over there. While the mates were distracted with Team 18's push. Right, it's just they're just trading. Everybody's just taking shots at each other, hoping to get some kills.
This is insane. This is insane. VE the players to watch now. VE now got to work their way in. They are the only team that are not in zone. I was saying Team 13 are backed away. They're trying to figure their way out. GTS though getting gunshots on.
No vehicles for VE. They're gonna do it on foot.
They're gonna have to, mate. Any vehicle I think is gonna kill them.
Hard push. Going for a wide wrap?
Most has gone for a very wide wrap here. The good thing about blue is that it's quite hard to see players running on the other side of blue. Looks like we've actually seen Top Shelf get one back here.
Team 5 getting a knock on Ace. And a knock on Prodigy. Oh, wow. What an incredible push by them.
Oh, so I told you, mate, this player is on fire at the moment. This will be a good name from him. Nade's out. Been cooked long enough. Not much damage. A little bit of splash from player. There's a confirmed site. He's made it to the wall.
Goes down. Look at the split. Ollie is taking on Team 8 by himself and eliminates them, while the rest of his team handles Team 17. This is some of that better gameplay from teams that you don't see often, where you're just going to trust your teammate to handle the two-man squad while you push in the open for the four-man squad to your right.
Talk about winning your ones, mate.
Win your ones, absolutely.
VE, hats off, boys. You made it in.
VE.
And you're on a 7-pack as well, lads. Well done so far.
A surgical push in what looked like a losing position from them. Absolutely turned that into their favor.
Looking at the bigger picture, he's just kicking off here. This is worse than Vietnam, mate. I'm telling you, look at the gunfire going off. This is insane. Oh, looks like they've got one of the boys backed in the corner.
Oh, Finesse!
He's got one. He's got one.
To come out around the open.
Gonna go for the Resonance boy as well, and he got the first as well. So well played for him. It's a one-on-one fight now. Let's see if Sati can win his ones. Or it's gonna be a 1-on-2.
He's pushing back. He's gonna push back to Ollie now. He said, "I had enough. I'm gonna regroup." Reset.
They must be looking at the numbers, going, bloody hell, they're still 27 up, mate. Like. Some of these key buildings here are ready to break down. So if you look at those clusters, if you actually look at the build of Yaz, there's certain clusters, and it's the gaps between the clusters where we're going to find these players are going to die. Oh, look at that shift as well. It's gone north. So we're 13, big shift over. They lost one against GTS, but they clearly got one back on them. They're now taking a fight on with GT. Pace with the org though, and this is one gun I'd love to be holding while running through Yaz, but
Absolutely.
he's running into a little bit of a trap here. Jetsy's now on the comms to say there's a player next to him. Let's watch Kizza. Kizza's gonna be watching the angles now. He's on the door. Is it actually silent in Yaz, or I lost my sound? Blade's going off. Kizza heard him on the other side, missed the push over. This took about millimeter play. Luck of PUBG there. This is most going to come back on now, surely.
Oh, VE getting caught by the mates trying to rotate in. And just holding that edge. Look at how many teams are so... A couple buildings apart.
I'm telling you, mate, it's all clusters, and this cluster in the middle that is the insane play. Team 17 giving up, mate. It's sod that I ain't playing anymore. I'm out. Left it down to his one boy. He's coming to a bit of a cluster now. He might get away with sneaking to this building on the bottom left hand of my screen. Mates on
the
Sutty.
mates are gonna knock on Sutty.
Ollie just getting in, scraping
Just
in.
gets in.
Right, so they're gonna push. They're gonna hold. It's the gaps. You can't just get.
They're
You can't
not
get
gonna
thirsty.
push.
You've got to think as well. These gaps
Yeah.
in between these buildings we're talking about as they're broken up. They're the problem, because if teams push in now and they get caught in the gap, and there's a big gap for the mates and VE now to get across, and we're going to see team 11. They're going to be trying to hold him out. Trigger happy with the guy problems on the roof. He's got too much smoke on him. Mates have used that time well. Look at that, getting straight across. Mates know this is a big gap for them to take off.
Smart play by the mates not to push that one. A lot of teams will get thirsty and try to get that one person out. But if they're a good shooter, they're able to work that and get. You don't want to lose teammates now.
Come on, look at this. Phase 8, 10 teams, 25 people. First game, BGL versus EPT. You couldn't plan this. I'm telling you. When would we ever have a game where we're going into potentially phase 9 here with 10 teams up?
Listen, I just want to know how sweaty they are right now.
Mate, you've got to be super sweaty.
Have you ever watched Troubled stream? He's the only person I've ever seen. He has a towel on his lap, taking his hands off the controller to wipe them off. I'm betting some of these guys are.
Mate, my controller's sweaty, mate. I'm telling you. Ollie's pushed over to the other side of the road. Not sure why. He's actually pushed out of zone. He might regret that when he looks back on the replay.
Well, he knows if he pushes in that open right there, the mates have all of that ground covered. That building to push across the road gave him some cover from the mates.
There we go.
But Team 17 is just going to be right there. Finesse is going to clean it
that.
up.
Team 13's put a line of smoke and used it effectively. Pushed over Polonara and Mosh. We're going to back out the back. Maybe no. Polonara is holding in here. They've done one. Polonara is holding the door.
Team 17 finessed, eliminated by Team 14. Team 14. Team 10 just trying to scab some kills here. Able to get a knock. And the finish on Get Money.
Look at that. Is GTF pushing over. It is aggressive play in the center.
Oh, wow.
This is horrible. Polonara's got one kill confirmed. Jets have just got one kill confirmed. Wax has gone down. He got waxed. He's been deleted. Space though, will he push in like his boy down? He's got the org though. The fight in this building here. DOX though. We have 8 teams. We're in the point pot and we're in the final zone. Everyone's going to juice themselves up now. They are going to need it. Central zone is sitting closer than mates and DOX. There we go. Team 11 has gone. Trigger happy. Mates are in a great position. They should be able to control this.
They're in a fantastic position. They've got the majority of the zone covered on the northwest side. They're going to be able to get a lot of these teams as they rotate out of their buildings. I'd be interested, where is the middle of the zone?
Middle of the zone's in between DOX and mate. So it's just on the outside of that compound. Actually, yeah, it's on the other side of the wall. It's in the corner by the park.
Okay, see it.
So all of these teams here are having to push in for a centralized area. Looks like then we've just lost 7 gone. Ollie's crew, they've gone. Oh, there we go. There we
the
go.
mates eliminate Team 10. We're in the final
Before
3
NT
teams.
got
Look
6.
at how fast all of that happened. We were from 8-3.
Mate, Team 4 was GTS. So they've got 4. They got 4? No, they didn't. They got 5th. They got 5th. 4th came from Team 13, which was top shelf. Look at the smoke. Frame City, mates, clearly for the win. 100. They could just let everyone just clean each other out, and then like
absolutely, they can just wait.
I don't even
Team
know.
18 and Team 14 are gonna fight in that building.
I don't even know how to watch. I'm not gonna lie.
is down. They get the trade with Zelaward.
Fighty's holding this in the corner, mate. He's just trying to kill people as they run through. Fighty's down. Throw the mollies in, just wrap him in, lad.
I feel like Team 18 and 14 are just fighting for second at this point because the just gonna whoever walks out. 18 eliminated.
And mates are gonna control this on this door, 100%. Wham bam.
Here it goes.
Thank you,
ending.
Oh,
the
9
with
kills.
9 kills and the dub.
Mate, I don't even know how to break that down. That was horrible. Horrible.
It was hard to watch.
I didn't even know where to put the camera. I'm not gonna lie. Mates, let's go through this. Mates taking a win. Well played. You guys had a couple of bits where I thought you guys weren't gonna make it in. You had good some rotations and you got caught out in rotation. You played it well. You broke down Yaz quite well. You broke it off in like chunks, like little blocks. So well played by you boys. GT though coming in second. So we've got a BGL top 1-2 there. DOX coming in third place. I don't know who the hell was going to come out of that house at the end. I'm not going to lie. Team 4. Who's our Team 4? Is that Team 13 top shelf, isn't it?
13.
They're Team 13. And then we had GTS rocking in 5th place. Right. Look at the action replay. Look at this. This is just like bonkers. Like utter bonkers. Like how and what you do with right, he just backed himself in the corner and he was like, sod it, I'm gonna give it a go. He got 1, bless him. At this point, obviously, loads of mollies being thrown here. DOX had nothing but else to do but to jump up and over right into molly, and mates just done the right thing. They broke that down and they just held that game out for waiting for everyone to run out the door. There was nowhere else to go. They couldn't get upstairs. Bam bam, thank you ma'am.
The mates have to know there. Once that last zone popped and they saw where it's ending, they know it's their game. It's easy cleanup kills for them on everybody else, rotating up out into the open from the cover. And those two teams grouping up in that one building to fight. Oh,
horrible!
Insane first game.
Utter horrible. I need to region. I need to put North America. Done. And I also need to ensure that I put observer mode off. Yeah, that was horrible. Like, and let's break it down a little bit before then. Anyway, so we had that big zone shift. So let's not forget the zone was heavy with that little bit in Yaz, and it had mostly around that north side. And then we saw the teams having to. A lot of teams bumped out north side, right? Right. Mates great push on VE. VE done that 2-2 split. Mates had the aggressive. VE lost the guy early doors on that, but they managed to scrape away with a 3. Good play by them. But then that being said, we then had the zone do that heavy shift, and then I think a lot of IGLs failed at that point. Is that they forgot to think about the pinch point. So that pinch point was by that pond section that we saw VE pick up some kills, and then down the bottom as you come across the bridge back, if you recall back and come across the bridge and push that way, a couple of teams were caught out in the field. FZ got caught out, and it was just a matter of time. At that point, the teams that were in Yaz weren't even interested in fighting each other. They were just interested in shooting at the guys that are out in the field, and it just ended them going early. But 8 teams final zone, I've not seen that for a long time. Last time I saw that was Pachinki, and that was just as bad. I think Yaz is worse, but
yeah,
mate,
I would agree. Yaz is worse. I would agree. There's a lot more buildings that have 4 or 5 levels to it. Pachinki, there's mostly just 2 stacks, a couple of 3s. So it's not as toxic, even though people play roofs and stuff like that. I think what's interesting is you see some of the more experienced IGLs, the inexperienced ones, they group up in one building, and it effectively cuts them off from the rest of that area, the city. If you watch the mates, they split up. They've got more real estate, so they can cover more ground. They own of Yaz than the other teams.
Yeah.
All the other teams are grouped up in one or two buildings, and they're just trying to hold that one little space. They have very limited vision, and other teams can get around them easier. So the mates are able to easily control the zone there, and just clean up right at the end.
Yeah, it's just I don't even know. One, I didn't even know where to put the camera. I'm gonna apologize to everybody out there because
it's easier to look at the map overview and see
like,
because
there's a lot of crap happening right in front of me right now. And God, the IGLs though, big shouts for IGLs though. They had to take a lot of information in quickly. They had to break that information down quick. And then the zones move in, and the sound must have been, you can hear players left and right. And then, as you're right, these inexperienced teams will bunched up, and one molly can stop a whole team coming out. Some of the more experienced teams, you saw they spread out. Wasn't quite sure why VE pushed over to the other side of the road. I think they made it harder. I think he could have started on that side. I would have maybe have taken that fight on with the mates. But round 2.
Well, honestly, it probably would have been better to smoke push to the next buildings on that side of the road instead of going across the road, where there's obviously more teams, and it's a higher percentage of you not making it into the next zone.
It's just a hard one. Anyway, let's get some tunes on. We'll go round to a break. The leaderboard will update halfway through the next game, so please don't panic or start screaming. We've got our leaderboard here. We'll update automatically as we start to kick off the next round. I'll catch you guys in 2. Let's get some tunes on. Quick advert break. We'll see you in a second.
Since that night, I realized I didn't want another lover. 'Cause we had time, but I still just didn't want it to be over. I'm in, I could've kept going forever. I'm in, I really wanna see you together. I'm in, to be honest, I just never felt like this. Never felt like this. You got me stuck to the phone, waiting for you to call again. Stuck to the phone, just take the damn wheel. Let's make all the shades spin. I could've kept going forever. I'm in. I really want us here together. I'm in. To be honest, I just never felt like this. Never felt like this. You got me stuck to the phone, stuck to the phone, waiting for you to call again. Stuck to the phone, stuck to the phone, ready for you, want you so bad. Stuck to the phone, stuck to the phone, waiting for you to call again. Stuck to the phone, stuck to the phone, ready for you, want you so bad. Stuck to the phone, stuck to the phone. You know you got me so stuck to the phone, stuck to the phone. Oh, oh.
Okay, welcome back. This is round 2. So this round is Arango again, but we are on an NA server this time. So NA server, and obviously to remind everybody, there is no spectator mode, so you got to get back in stream and come watch this one. And we are obviously notifying, so keep an eye on Discord for the stream. Well, I'll let you know when the lobby's open. We don't have anyone trading. We try to keep the 5 minutes in between. Anyway, Ice, over to you, man.
Yo, so I really love getting to know some of these EU teams and understanding how they play. Last game we was talking about Ghost and VE. I watched them do one of the better pushes that I've ever seen. Getting into Yaz, so difficult. They split and were able to handle 2 teams at one time as they push in, and then having a poor push on the next zone pop to get eliminated was tough. I'm interested to see how the NA teams are going to play this. The last time I saw a flight path like this, it was almost parallel. Nobody went north of Gatka or School. Everybody went around Millie, Milza, and only 1 or 2 teams went north of the zone. So it'll be interesting to see how they play it. Of course, the mates coming out with a strong showing in game 1, able to control Yaz. And just have a perfect position as the final zone closed, just to clean up everybody else as they rotated out of buildings. Here we go. Teams are jumping. 2 teams right off the bat going Primorsk. Here's something that I've talked about in the past, where it differentiates between ranked and competitive play. A lot of teams in ranked like to stay close when they jump. And I've noticed in competitive play, a lot of people, they land split up. They don't land close together. They're not on top of each other. They're kind of spread out, want to get more info, but to cover more ground. So they're not on top of each other, but also just to have more control over a bigger zone.
It's all about the
always
cars.
a safe play. Yeah, right. All about
Always
the
about
cars
the
and the
cars.
hard spawns. Right. And it's so different. People are thinking about things differently than in ranked versus comp.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fun to see. Like, look how many teams are. What team is that? Data and Fairy Pier. Team 13. Already grabbed a couple cars, bring them in. I'm sure. Look at Team 7, Team 10, and Team 11 all mixed around each other around that ferry or around that pier and farm. Not your buddy friend and Space Havoc just getting vehicles to get out and find somewhere to loot.
So we've got a couple of contestants here. GT obviously has been beaten down to their normal drop, which is the military. FZ are not a normal drop for these boys. They're still trying to figure out, I think, where they want to land as an EU team. Doc's landing normal for us. VE normal. GTS, as I said before, these guys will never shift off Milta. So the VE GTS, these guys are used to this sort of area and the zone pop. As obviously I said, the EU guys on the break, the EU guys mostly try and bump away from this and push up north.
Right.
And try and get away. But yeah, you're right. The difference between a ranked and a, let's say, a free scrim and a paid scrim or an esports event is that the teams know and believe in their confidence a lot more better. And 2,
Right.
they know vehicles are key. Whereas what we find in ranked, their vehicles are not as key, and people just hunt for kills, not for placements. The IGLs now have got to be thinking not just about how to rotate, where to rotate, why to rotate to this area, and it's like chess. They're trying to break down who's where and who could be who's likely to move to these locations. Like VE and GTS, if I use them examples, these guys will know exactly that they're both there. Number one, they will also know what cars they will try and push for. There might be the occasional cheeky steal, but they also know, more importantly, where GTS now and where VE are going to try and push off to. So you mostly won't see these guys get contested in the sense for the next couple of zones. Interesting play for me now is going to be Team 4 versus Team 7. GTS will normally push up to that compound, and they will mostly do a 2-2 split on either those two which are right by that not your buddy, or they will push a little bit higher to where it looks like where he's going, which is just shy of shelter, which we've got the 2-2 split in between farm and shelter. I think for this zone, that's going to be a key area where Team 7 is sort of setting up on that hillside.
Absolutely.
It's about the next couple of zones, and as I come back to what I was talking about and ranting about with ranked versus esports mode, is that these guys are not thinking about the zone that they're in now. That they're not even potentially thinking about the zone that's next. They're thinking about 3 or 4. Like where is this going to end? Where is zone 8 and 9 most likely to be in this style zone? And they're going to be breaking down a couple of factors for people that have watched this or haven't watched or are new to the comp scene. That we know it's going to shift from water. So the IGLs be looking at this going, right, there's a lot of water around on this outside. So we know it's going to have to shift up and in, right? Now, would it do it on the first 1 to 4, 1 to 5 zones? Most probably not. So there is a likelihood, and they've got to factor in that it could pull down towards this sort of southeast area. Okay. Now, I'm going to think you're going to find a lot of teams try and find some of these areas, these little compounds on the outside, and try and wait for zone 1, maybe zone 2, maybe try and nick a couple of zones, and then try and rotate in from there. The flip side of that, you're going to find teams that are a little bit more aggressive will go situate themselves in what I call choke points. So kind of where the mates are now, in between Potato Hill and the flats. If they park their cars up there, anybody on this sort of west side of the map, obviously they can't see them like we can, potentially going to come through on that side, and then they can pick up some kills. So we see two different styles of play, but there's a lot of pressure for an IGL now to get this right, without even factoring there are 64 other people running around with guns. Okay, we're starting to see teams now starting to come in. Oh, mates have just dealt some damage there on Team 12, which is DB backup. So again, we're just talking about that rotation element of it. So catching these teams, this road here is going to be great by farm shelter, and we might find the mates are going to push over. Team 7 obviously doing potentially a 2-2 split. We're now starting to see these teams now push their way in. GT across from military, so they're still getting out as a 4-man. And we have FZ, they need to start working their way in, but it looks like these guys are coming in on foot. So BE try to push up towards the hill where they normally go. We see the Evita WC boys potentially catching them at the top side of the hill. A lot of people seem to be pushing for the all this breakdown on right in the central zone. Okay, VE picked up on one side. We actually won't see these two teams fight. Mission 17 can wrap slightly, but there is a gap between here that these guys won't really want to push across now when rotating over. Might find that guards and ghosts we're going to lose those cars there, but this is the little bit that these guys need to get across. They'll be able to get into this dip here we were speaking about. And moving over where the rest of VE will be sitting will be quite a hard push for them. But as we see, VE are backing away from this. Looks like they're going to try and make their way away from here. GTS, as I said, they have moved away from Milsa. They haven't been able to get their 2-2 split, but they have stacked up into 1. These guys will sit tight now, wait for the we'll wait for the next couple of zones. Mates have pushed into, again, that very strong location. If you guys are not used to this, watch experienced players play. This is a great spot. We see the zones end in and around this sort of top side. We see it end down this side. We also see it come down to farm a lot. And from here, these guys can bounce away. If they need to bounce up to a shelter, if they need to bounce down, they can do. Or more importantly, if they hold and zones coming back towards them. Yeah, we're taking some hits now as Team 13 get a knock on trouble. He's going to go straight away. Righties is away. Team 13 top shelf. Good kill for them. Team 7 really split here. GTS taking pop shots, compound. And now we are starting to see it kick off at the top of the hill. Team 11 here on the push, trigger happy. They just lost one. They've lost two. They've lost three. Brody is the last guy left, and Brody has already cut loose. He's on the run. Guard's actually getting one of the steals there, so V picking up a kill. He needs to stick left here, otherwise he's going to be picked up. And he's running down towards team number 10 here. So NT should be able to pick something up. Brody is getting away. Oh, he's got away. He's lucky. Team 10 haven't picked him up either. He guards and ghosts are doing damage. He's gone back for some loot. Team 18 holding out. Team 7 are really split. This is a bit of a mistake for them. He's come back down, so it has pulled down. So this is what we spoke about. See how much water now this has got rid of? I mean, now it's going to try and get rid of this water here. So we expect this now to be pushing back up. So as an experienced IGL, you're going to be thinking, hold on, it might get one more zone. It might come down, so you might see it end this there. But expectations are as water either side, it's going to pull up and somewhere around this side here. I'm quite surprised mates are pushing over. I thought they might have done a 2-2 split, or at least hold this bottom side of shelter. A lot of teams like to push their cars into this little gap here, which is great for the height of the cars. They've got the ridgeline to shoot up the hill. And then obviously they've got the section of shelter. They need to be careful as teams come up and over shelter though, and just need to keep an eye on their back. But again, great location normally for teams to push into. Mates have gone further up for a centralized zone. There's not a problem for them. Now starting to see teams trying to rotate in. Teammate have taken this area which I've spoken about. Ace Gaming really fast split. GTS still holding out here. 13's had to hold it. Ace Gaming really split here. They may catch these guys out for ecos. They have found a compound, so they are driving further around. Get money is holding out here. He's actually taking some shots on dock. Might find the EU boys will aggressively push this now. These guys are going to listen to this. They're going to be nine. There's actually only one gun shooting. There we go. Picked up. And confirmed. VE going to be running straight in here. These are the two powerhouses, I believe. Mates need to be careful about how they push in. Ghost at the moment won't be moving too much. He doesn't want the mates to hear him. He kind of wants them to push past and overcommit. Definitely wants these guys to jump down and come round. Mates are looking for it. He shot through the door. He's really trying to clear up. Sparky's what he's done there is he's put himself in a situation that he can now see through. Ghost has got one kill, unconfirmed. So I wonder if he's picked up the player first. Might. Well, he's put it down to 2. See how he's put that door in? He can really tuck in on any player that tries to push for the door. Tacticals is now taking over that window. Really want to stop Ollie from making that same play coming out. Team 7 has dropped Team 4. Let's see where the zone shift actually comes back away. So there's that full shift away from water. Going to see players now tighten up for this area here. Right, it's down to a 3. Aid in. No need for me to make any mistakes. They know who they're fighting now, both these teams. They know it's a powerhouse fight. Hero has dropped NG. I'm on an NA server, so you have to bear with me as it loads. NG and Euro need to push away from this. Zony is going to be coming in 15 seconds. Euro are on a push down the hill. What we normally see from them. We've got another knock there from Viti. Monkey just missed that bolty shot. Does need to get out of the window. Down. Door's just opened here. That's his player. He's got him. Good knocks there. Euros again. Still just knock, push, knock, push, knock, push. Putting NG on the back foot here. Down to a 1-man. Got his res. He's phase 3. Should be able to get that. Euro went back away from this fight though. That's gone. Down to a 1. Got further around. Good nade there. But cleared up and picked up by Euro. Okay, cool. Right, so let's do that. Okay, mates and VE store haven't gone at it just yet. Mate's backing away. So Mate's lost one in that fight. Still pushing away, Mate's still wrapping away further round. BE on the hold. I think we're expected to come in and around this sort of area. 10 need to push through. 11 still alive on the 1. GWG on the car push. They're going to be coming to team number 6 now. 9's tightened up on this south side where team 12 have taken a small compound. Farm's going to be an easy push for them on the next one. Doc's now taking up the long road. Again, it's not a bad play coming in here. They also can flip down towards the flat roof. Cool. Right. And there we have it. It has now tightened it back up to our players. Right, zone's now coming in further. Team's now pushing in, so Euro's having to make the play now. They've lost 2. Foxy is holding these guys out here. Doing well. Now to try and defend against the guys. Okay, Anto Pop is chasing his way in. There he goes, drop shot, Anto Pop, and he's been sent out. It doesn't work anymore. Does not work anymore. Perfect. Okay. FZ's getting the knocks now, so we've seen the fight on the other side. Let's get over to here. Team 13 making a play, both being knocked back and forward. Odin Twitch actually holding back. Howler's doing well. Odin Twitch has got an angle. Howler's on the other side, so he's going to go for the res now. Oh, Team 12 actually coming for the action. Talk about third party. Jimbo's coming up and over. I don't know if the boys actually know how close this team is. Howler's been knocked. That might turn Team 12 around. Oh, Polonara with double. Odin is the last guy left for his team now. He's going to try and wrap away. He's going to get caught up with Jimbo, though, on the rotation out of here. Look at this. The teams are getting torn apart there. FZ have gone out in 13th place. BE have cleared up team number 6, which is Team Jeffries. Team 10 is now working their way in. Okay. E drop guards. Ghost is down. Guards is down. Sutty is holding up. There's a confirm. Ollie and Sutty are going to have to try and defend further back here. Great pushing though from NT here, Team 10.
All right.
What a push here from NT. Ah, oh, knocked Molly.
Oh, wow.
This has gone backwards and forwards here. This is a 2-on-1 now.
So he's the last one up.
Yeah, so his last one. Doing bits though, so. Oh, he nearly got it down to a 1-on-1.
Play by Arctic Kitty.
Oof. Yeah, that was a clutch moment for him. Look at this though. Ace
Great
Gaming
push by
sniff.
NT.
Yeah, but look at this. Ace Gaming's on the sniff as well. So this is the fifth party now that we were getting involved in. So what's really interesting, which you missed, but the viewers don't know, is that the mates actually pushed in for VE. VE tucked in one of the mates, and then the mates tactically pulled away. They're like, hey, we don't need this fight now. We need this fight later on. And they pulled away from this fight. VE obviously then had to defend off this area against multiple teams coming through. And Ace Gaming have come so far, but they then turned away.
Getting the kills on the rotation. Smart move by them to worry about zone and getting a better position. Now they're able to get some people on their rotations. 2 people for VG down.
Ace Gamer's got the hold here. Wushy's the only guy. Rain B's a bit further back. He's got the res.
Oh, Ace Gaming. Excuse me, Ace Gaming.
All the time, don't worry about that.
NT trying to sneak away.
NT is slipping in at the moment into zone. Wushy thinking about taking the shots in NT there, but oh, nearly got his boy. NT, these boys got like extra lives or something. My god damn, these guys.
No.
Like, Frame B, you can't get that res, mate. You've got to go, bro. Hopefully NT will take the fight on with mates and Frame will be able to get into zone. Okay, so bigger picture. Team 4, GTS still holding out. Team 7 also still holding out. Polly's crew in the shacks there. Is for GT. They're now working their way in.
Team 7 in a great spot here. They've got Team 14 down low, and they're able to get shots on the other teams up high. And like you said, a lot of those teams, they'll play a 2-2 split earlier, but as it gets later game, they group up together in a compound. And that's key to be able to work together and not be caught and get killed and split up, where they're able to get reses. They're there to work together as a team. Much better in-game play. The mates
I just clocked that Polly's crew should be in team position number 7, but they're in team position 13. Does that mean team version 13 top shelves are also in the wrong spot?
Possibly.
Look at him playing at the wrong place. Right.
Come on, guys.
Do me a favour and let me know if Team 7 is top shelf. ET are pushing in on them, though.
Team 7 is Polly's crew. Team 13 is top shelf.
Okay, but he's top shelf of the players that are in Team 7. That's what I want to know.
7 is Dingleton, not your buddy friend.
ET have pushed in.
I think so. Is Team 13, is that Polly's crew? Are those
Team
players?
13, Team 13's Poly crew. 100%, I know that. So I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I
Poly's
think Team
crew.
7 is looking like
Team 7 is top shelf, isn't
top
it?
shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Come on, guys. Well, you guys play enough
Interesting.
comp.
Wow, what are you guys doing?
Right, I can feel it's
Rookie
not hard. It's not a hard change for me, but just a
It's
pain.
It is.
Okay, so top shelf's Team 7, which I now need to update.
Yes.
Thanks, guys. I'm trying to hold out here. GT have pushed in. GT needed this area.
Polly getting knocked immediately on that push. Interesting play by Count Shaker to be up in the Wizard's Tower.
Yes, they're trying to hold.
Team 13 down to 1. He knows there's a guy in his building. Just gonna get the res, maybe play it safe. Ah. Pops the gas can so he can't get pushed. Smart play. Team 14 is gonna eliminate Team 7.
Yeah, GT were
I
rolling
didn't even
in.
see that push.
Yeah, so I was sitting there watching it.
That's unbelievable.
They were there for
Very
quite some
difficult
time.
for them to push and then lose when you have the compound and the high ground.
And they came from the long way around as well. They had to push their way up.
Wow. Great play by Team 14. The mates looking good up top. They've got that whole top side of zone. Good angles on everybody down the hill. Oh, look at this Team 14 looking to get some kills on the mates.
Oh, he's on the wrong way. He's turned around. He's got him as well. Woo! Wow.
Wow.
Prodigy was lucky there. I don't think he knows where the player is. He's actually in the bathroom. He's got his boy. He's last one up though. 6 kills. He's duck diving. Got no vest, bless him.
A 1v1. What's
It's a 1v1.
MVP gonna do?
Out.
You can't
out
let
and
him get a
round.
res. Out and around.
Get the res though if he keeps waiting. There's one. GG.
Look at that! Unbelievable!
3-pack move. Well done. GG's, bro. That's what you wanted.
Play. That is what you want.
That is exactly what you want. And he's off and he's going to get a free pass into the zone as well. Mate, told you to-
NT was hoping to scab those kills. Now he's got looks on Team 4 as they're trying to rotate. Looks like he's been tagging him pretty heavy. The mates are down to 2. Team 14 came up the hill on their backside and was able to scab a couple kills. Oh, look at this. Don't Miss has one down, but Team 4 is going to swarm the Wizards Tower now.
He's tucked in there. They've got grenades. I'm looking at Fenton here. He needs to get the grenade and he needs to get the molly in that window. Can't
They're
be
trying to
taking.
smoke him. Look, the mates are picking at it as well. He does get the res.
Need to get. They've got to deal with this player that's sitting in there. He's got a grozer
Yes.
nonetheless, but they've got to deal with it quickly. Here we go. Fenton's got a nade in. Little bit
He's in a
down.
good position behind that desk, though. He won't take any damage unless the nade goes up over the top or the sides.
Yeah, they need to get the molly in properly though.
Mollies.
Someone needs to come on the other side though. However, mollies from the boys. Oda's doing really well. He's holding anchor here, so really like wide position. He's trying to work the angles, trying to figure out where the teams are. That smoke's going to give away GT slightly, but they've done well so far to get here. We've had to work hard for that as well. Big Coda's now picked up the mates top of the hill. Trying to work the magic still. Don't miss his still alive. I'll give him that. Team 13 though, doing bits. Top shelf. That top shelf. Can you confirm that's top shelf?
I believe that is top shelf. Yes. Team 7 and Team 13. What an odd flip. Why would they do that?
No, Team 13 is Ollie's crew.
Not on mine. Oh no, that's right.
No, that's the right way. Yeah, so it is right. So it is Polly. It is Polly's crew. So I've got it right. I've got it right now. Oh,
Okay, see, on
GT have gone from the mates.
Backwards. On mine it says top shelf is 13.
Yeah.
and
I just had to
Polly's
update it. Just had to update it. What are they doing to me, people?
Ah, crazy. This is insane that they haven't gotten Team 10 out of here. They haven't pushed this one player and eliminated him. He's just going to be a thorn in their side. He's probably not going to get the whole team, but he could get one or two knocked and thirsted and really put a wrench in their end game. They're going to smoke. Look at this. Polly's crew snaking it in.
Oh, big shot there from Fenton.
Good knock by Fenton.
Oh,
Sparkles is not going to be able to get that res on tacticals. Sparkles is going to be by himself, throwing smokes.
oh my God! How did they
Oh,
forget the
no.
players in here?
They forgot he was in there? No.
They just
couldn't
run
have.
off.
The mates are going to be eliminated by team number 4. That's
Ow.
GTS.
How have they forgotten about their player?
And now it's just team 4 and team 10.
GG's though, fair play. He
GG's.
nicked the kills at the end. How did GTS
And got
get?
the placement for them.
How did they
Wow.
forget about that? Like,
I'm not sure. I don't understand what the play is there when they push like that. It doesn't make much sense. But
GTS
great play by
slipping.
them to be focused on the rest of the zone and not be too worried about the one player in the Wizards Tower able to just clean up the rest of the map.
Yeah, GTS though taking first place. Scrappy at the end there. Didn't need to lose that last player. Anyway, NT though nicking an extra point at the end, plus a placement point, so taking second.
Five
Mates
kills
unlucky with
first.
third, but Mates done really well at the beginning. They backed away from that fight at VE, who were dug in really, really well. Ollie's crew taking 4th place, and GT, they had to work bloody hard to get the 5th place, but they ended up getting it, so GG's. Let's have a quick look at the actual replay.
Jeez.
Not much to see here, but look at that slip in there from Coda. He's going to hate that I've caught that on action replay 100%, but hey, that's what I do. And then it was just
It's
a
the name
matter
of
of
the
time.
game. It is what it is.
Just a matter of time, though. But yeah, fair play. He held out. He managed to get his way to a second. He's got a Grozer, so I'll give him benefit of the doubt that he might be able to stick it to maybe one other player, especially if they come in one at a time there. And
Honestly, kind of disappointed he wasn't able to get another kill there.
he nearly did though. If you look at the end there, he actually really
He
nearly.
almost got him.
Mate, I'd back the Groves all day long. I think he was just unlucky. He was in a little bit of rag sitting in there. So, yeah, fair play, better zone, 100% better zone. If it was to debrief that side, obviously you missed a little bit, but mates are breaking down, thinking about that end zone. We spoke about it. So they were thinking about the end zone for quite some time, and they didn't take that fight with VE. So that got them to a good placement. I think they'd be disappointed that they lost at the end there. They didn't get the win, then pushing down, because I think they aggressively pushed GT. They cleared that one. So I think they'd be disappointed they didn't get the high placement point. GTS though doing well, having to work their way up. And as I said from the very beginning, GTS will move from Milton to that compound, and they would either do a 2-2 split or not. They didn't, which is okay. But they then played from that compound, and they just pushed compound after compound. Textbook PUBG minus bloody Coda getting shot in the back like a bot. I'm gonna call that right out there now, mate. You shouldn't have been shot like that, son. I'm gonna tell you that.
Not. Absolutely not.
Have a quick look at the leaderboard. So if I whiz that over there. So first things first, Ollie's crew and Top Shelves were in the wrong team slots. Now I think I've corrected it, but if not, it'll correct it in the next one. Anyway, that being said, they're not even in the top, so I don't have to worry too much about it. But Mates currently, after game one, sitting on a whopping 19 points. GT, though, on 13. In second place, Doc's coming in with 12. Poly Crew, though, up in fourth. But that could be whatever they're called. Bloody top shelves who buggered me up on the leaderboard. VE that have done well in fifth. GTS currently in sixth. Rico's are on seventh, but they didn't have the best game. NT had a better game this one. They were sitting in eighth place at the moment. So I think there's a bit of a shift. Mates are still up there. GT got killed out by Mates, so there's still clearly going to be a gap there. GTS are going to jump some spots here from sixth. So we're going to see a little bit of a change in that top end of the table, I think. Right, let's sort that out. Let's get a quick advert break on. I will see you guys in a second, and we'll get some tunes on in a bit. Peace.
The way things were, pieces of me are still shattered. I still wonder if it mattered. Getting my feet back on the ground, 'cause things feel different when you're not around. I thought time would make things better, but you're still all I can remember. And the memories come and go, 'cause you're everything I know. And I'm trying so hard, but so far I can't let go. I can't let go. I can't let go. Things must be easier for you, 'cause I'm stuck here while you're somewhere new. I think of you less and less now, but I still can't figure out how. All this time has passed since you left, but somehow I struggle to forget all the places we were happy. Now they only make me empty. All the memories come and go, 'cause you're everything I know. And I'm trying so hard, but so far I can't let go. I can't let go. I can't let go. I feel a little gray, a mind caught in a haze. Will these heavy storms ever pass? The cycle won't slow down. I'm stuck here on the ground, and all I want so high up above. It's easier to stay and mark myself in gray, mark myself in gray, gray. Another ending
Okay, round numeral 3, classic Miramar, and we've got not a bad flight path. We've got a southeast up to a northwest. I remember the days when I was hosting, I had to jump out the plane. I was praying that it started in the south so I could drown myself nice and quickly. Unlike today's that I can just watch it from the sky. Position wise, EU very quickly. Impala, Los Leones are going to be the interesting one here. Minus is normally going to be hot for VE, but it's on the flight path, so I think they will commit to that. They will hit for that minus area. Hacienda and the surrounding compounds. We're most going to see Euro. Real strong spots for me and personal I like spots is Power Grid and that sort of Z split as you see as you come away. But it's all up for grabs. Don't know about yourself, guys, but how do you, the NA guys, deal with a Miramar situation? Your question is you're on mute. He's alright. He's still learning, guys and girls. He was okay, but then he dropped off, so he now needs to go check his Discord to make sure his mic's sorted. Anyway, Plane's now coming in, and he's laughing. I can see him. Plane's now coming in. NG jumping out early. Crazy play for them. They're going for the island. I have not seen that ever in an esports event. But hats off. I've seen a team rotate there, but I've never seen a team actually go fully to that environment.
All right.
You're back. Let's go.
I'm back. So I was trying to say what we're gonna see right now. The mates are gonna go Picado. The DB backups they're gonna go around San Martin somewhere. I'm not sure where a lot of the other teams are gonna go. Junkman does like to play around that Minas. Team 17. This is a split that they did with Finesse and them recently, where they're all around these the compounds to the southwest, the east of La Bendita. They like to play all those compounds right there. That's good rotation kills on the zone. That road right there is really good for spotting people coming in. Look at this. Team number 3 and 11 in Hacienda right now. Anto Pop.
Yeah, so I know Euro/GWG, these boys like to come to this area, right? So it's obvious they're going to land here. They fully committed. I'm quite surprised they committed as a 2 and they didn't tighten up. We normally nice.
Nice play by Waxed.
We normally see these guys tighten up.
S12K.
Hey, why did they not tighten up here? Godly and Spunky's a little bit too far out. Definitely think Antopop's gonna be kicking himself if he doesn't catch his player. Trying to break this down.
Antopop not bad, honestly.
He's sound touring. He's the only thing gutting me, I think, is he's got a level 1 vest at the moment. The longer he leaves it, these guys are going to be able to get loot and get ready. He's in not a bad spot. He just can't work out where these players on the right. That's why you keep seeing him flip round and look behind.
Yep.
But again, his logic will be, I know these players are in front of me.
Right.
He's just got to try and figure out. And it's not a normal path for someone to come down this way.
He's going to snake one right here.
But one.
He's going to get the knock-on problems. Wax is coming up. Oh, he didn't back up. Oh, I thought he would have gone down around the stairs right there.
He should have swapped to his SKS, got the first, and then tried to hold his land. And now the Euro, you boys need to not push anymore. Godly, back off. You're just throwing a one body at a 3-man.
It's not smart. This is not smart for him to come up here.
He needs to turn around and back out. Euro needs to go.
Back out. Absolutely. Yeah. Spunky is way behind him. It's going to be a 1v3.
He needs to back away. They need to go to land Bandita, and they need to just literally hold out in there and just find the shack and pray they get a couple of zones coming.
Try to play the roof here.
That's aggressive play for them.
It's aggressive. I don't like it. This is not a play that I would be all right with if I was on that team. Euro Spunky is coming up on the right. He's gonna support. They're gonna try to get him out as they rotate out. Interesting. Where are they on the leaderboards? Are they just looking to get kills?
Maybe. I'm literally just trying to bring it up now. I just want to see if it's updated because I'm thinking, are they just Are they just hunting for the kills? Are they trying to play?
Trying to get as many points as possible, but
Okay, so sitting at the moment, where
they're
are
in
they?
zone. It's no rush on zone, but look, Spunky's gonna get right in there. Euro Godly's not even with him.
Yeah, they're not. They're sitting in ninth at the moment with 9. They've got 9 points as well.
He gets the knock on one, and then he gets the trade. And now it's down to
Yeah, but Godly's not
Euro
too far
Godly
away.
is not there.
Too far away,
He's
mate.
trying. Yeah, it's way too far away for a push like that. He's trying to get there before they get the res. If I was him, it would be time to get out of there for sure.
Doesn't even know where they are.
Sometimes, though, I don't know if these teams know each other or not. Sometimes it gets a little personal, a little chippy. They want to get them out of there.
Yeah.
They are hell-bent on fighting this team.
You know what I find really interesting? Viti, Euroviti, who's the IGL, he's already left the game. He must be raging at the moment that the boys are doing this. The only saving grace, they might not come back up it because they've looted it.
Yeah. They're probably just going to get in the car and go.
Yeah,
Oh, no, they're going back
going
up. They're going up. Look at Wax still with the S12K. My least favorite shotgun. Eurogun is going to get a knock.
Oh!
Gonna get a second knock and then get...
I actually thought he had him on that as well. Oh, he got him. He did get him. Brody took him out.
Yes. Wow.
Wow. Euro heroically out. But
First team out on this map
shocking.
in 9th place.
And on that note, let's bring the leaderboard up.
What else is happening?
Mate's up 35 points. Poddy's crew is now on 23. GTS did go for up the table, so they gained 3 points there. So they're now sitting in 3rd. GT in 4th, NT in 5th, Docs in 6th, VE dropped down to 7th, and Rico Roughnecks are, I love that film by the way, are sitting in 8th.
Yeah.
Like, look how close it is. 35, 23, 21, 20, 19, 14. It is tight. So there's all to play for really for these teams. Euro throwing away. They're in 9th place with 9 points. I don't think they picked up a point, did they? No, they got 1 point. So
They got 1 point.
they're on 10 points now. Bless them.
But again, that's one of those pushes that just don't make a whole lot of sense to me when you're already in 9th place. I can understand wanting to get some kills, but not the best way to go about it. They push them one at a time.
Yes.
I just kind of scratching my head over here, wondering what's going through their mind. But you said, like you said, their IGL had backed out. Who knows what they're doing?
Fuming. He's
I'm
Scottish as
sure,
well.
I'm
He'll
sure.
be
Oh.
fuming, mate.
I would love to hear it. I would love to hear it.
Right. This is
Wanna
why.
hear
This is
those
why I want to
calls.
do it. I want to do a tournament that has everybody's audio in Discord, so we can bounce to their channels and like listen to them just screaming at each other. One day they will all agree to jump their comms in Discord.
One day.
Right, so let's break down Miramar. So Miramar is horrible. We all know this. These guys got to rotate in. Now, rotation in on cars is quite hard. Teams have to either use the roads. So we're seeing a lot more people using the roads compared to Miramar. But it also means there's a lot more choke points. So these teams are going to get caught out by other players as they roll through certain areas. This also goes to the advantage. A lot more teams then will use that to their advantage and try and pick up the extra kills on rotation. Teams that want to get a little bit more brave, they will go off-road. But as we know, on Miramar, cars don't always act the best off-road, and they will likely bounce around and cause some issues, causing people to flip and then go further out. That all being said, because we've known that for many years, Miramar being a pain, so we take all of that aside. PUBG have just upped the ante that you can shoot out the car with no recoil, so it's craziness for people driving around here on Miramar. So you tend to find people still try and drive around more and play aggressively in the car like they have been in the last 2 maps. But what they'll find now is the driver, if they lose track of where they're driving, a lot more cars flip and get stuck. So let's have a look. Cars are rotating in now. Mate's doing an interesting split. We're on the edge of the cliff face there. Ace Gaming taking that bigger compound, but it has that big flat surface all the way around the outside of it.
Oh, look at this. AV, they're going to rotate right between 7 and Team 5 down low.
7 should have the pinch point now, surely.
7 should absolutely have the pinch point. 6 has got a good hill right there. 7 can't. The Space 7 can't see him. The rest of 7, Foxy's gonna rotate right in front of them. Surprised he did not get knocked. But Team 5 is gonna get their say in there as well. Unbelievable that nobody's been knocked on this rotation.
That is
We
crazy.
haven't popped a tire. We haven't done anything yet.
I think Foxy lost a tire, didn't he? I'm pretty sure. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. They have taken.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah,
his
they've taken a
buggy
tire.
is smoking. He lost the front right.
And
Excuse me,
he's
front
taken-
left.
And he's taking some heat as well. Look at that zone shift as well. It's come very much down southwest, and the zone. None of the teams were expecting it. Everybody's in this sort of northeast corner, and they are now going to have to shift and shift hard. Going to be a hard shift as well, right? Ace game is shifting already. Loads more teams coming down here. Ace Gaming, I think they lost that compound to Team 13 quite early doors.
Well, this is what I find interesting about teams like the Mates. When they play so split like this, Dimshik, I'm not sure if he's usually one. The is usually, very odd split. He's not usually one out really wide, getting as much information as possible, while the rest of the team is kind of focused in the area. And just, it's so important for an IGL to have as much information as possible. So a lot of these teams, they're communicating. It's good for them to cover large areas, so the IGL as much information as possible to make the best call and figure out what to do.
Yeah. It is an interesting play for these guys. While we're waiting for this battle to kick off fully, let's have a quick look at the leaderboard on the killers. Mates Tacticals coming up, 11 kills, first place. Don't Miss is on second with 7. MV Billy on a 7 as well. VE Ghosto in 6th place. And Ghosto B on 5th with the old kill point. Foxy, he's trying, the last guy left now. Team 12 doing really well here to break him down. DBS, is it DB backups?
DB backups, that's right. Foxy in trouble. Team 12 has got him surrounded.
You know what? He's not a bad player on fighting his own, but being flashed like this is not going to help him. He's going to try and pick these off one at a time. I wouldn't write him off just yet. Really focus on this one player. He needs to try and break down the other players that come towards him. Oh, that flash has come at the wrong time.
Again.
Unlucky.
There it is.
Second team out. On the
That was a great stun by Albus right in the window. As soon as he saw that hand go up, he knew we're pushing that hard.
Yeah, I'm coming in now. That's it.
Yeah. Very few rotation kills. Look at the zone pop. Hard shift left northwest. Interesting. VE outside of the zone. Mates are almost dead center, spread out over that ridge.
Yeah, they've put themselves in a good position again. Let's break it down.
Team 11. They're gonna get a knock on Sparkles, but Sparkles gets a knock on Brody. Neither team able to get a thirst at the moment. Team 4 coming up behind Team 11.
Mate's doing well. They're just putting themselves in some great spots there.
I'm not sure who their IGL is. I'll have to investigate that a little bit. But whoever it is, he always does a really good job of putting the team where they need to be. Oh no! They crashed that compound with Team 13.
Yeah, but Howler killed himself by the knock.
Oh no!
The rest of the boys are nowhere to be seen. I think they're going to try and take the fight from the top of their hill, but they're quite far away.
What an odd push into the compound by yourself. Oh no, he had somebody. How?
Yeah, but how knocked the car hit and knocked himself. Yeah.
Oh.
And they picked up the kill as well. That's not great by Howler. I'll give him some banter later. He getting a knock. A lot of teams now sitting around this side here trying to use their heels cover. There isn't much.
Team 4 coming up behind Team 11, getting the knock on Brody. Brody's second knock. Brody is out.
Check this out though.
You got
VE are
waxed.
coming in as well. Or they were thinking about it. They started taking some shots from Docs there.
I see it. They are thinking about it on this ridge right here.
I think Docs are in a better position now. They can hide their cars and take the fight as all these teams start to get involved. NG Stats done one on the rotation and Walshy picks up the other. So
Oh wow.
it's our first team to Commentator's Curse being killed out on rotation.
Which is surprising.
Quite a weird place to go down as well.
We're going into phase 4, only getting a couple of rotation kills.
Look how
Look at
split
NG.
gravity.
Look at NG. This is a bad spot for them. Way outside zone. Do they have a vehicle? Doesn't look like they do. Oh, they do. They do have one vehicle.
Look at this as well, right? So we've got Tacticals and Gravity. They're really far out on each other at the moment. Like to the point like you got to kind of question like, are you guys had an argument with the boys or what's the situation going on there?
That's what I mean. They're always doing some odd splits like this, and I'm not exactly sure why. I know that they trust the ability of their players. They hold such extreme angles.
Let's have a look at the ability. What is the ability? Let's have a look here. Gravity sitting on 4 kills at the moment, 38 damage dealt, 0 assist and 4 knocks. But look at that. Tacticals and 11 kills, 1,370 damage, 3 assists and 9 knocks. Like, of all people to be sitting on a compound on your own, center zone, Tacticals has got my money
Tacticals
all
is
day.
the one you want, right? Absolutely. I mean, he's in a great position. He's on the roof of this long building. He's going to be able to see all around him. And, man.
Wax is getting absolutely hunted down here like a shark in water.
Wax cannot catch a break, and there it goes. Dimshit gets the kill.
I'm quite surprised that GT have only taken off a small chunk here, pushing into Picardo.
But look at that. But it was a perfect, like, I think it was Gravity down there, or it was maybe Sparkles. Down at Picardo, he rotates away. As soon as that team starts to push, he rotates up to regroup with the team. Gives them that position, but they still have this ridge in the center.
He's a
AG Wiz knocks himself.
Can't believe Howler knocked himself.
There.
Look at this on the east side though. We've got 17 pushing in, 15, 8 give or take are in, and 7 all pushing in. All in areas of which has very little cover. The only good side of Miramar, there are like bumps and dips and ridges, but these guys got to fight on their toes now. NG having to come in. They've got 1. They've got 2. That's what they want. That's what they need. They need to steamroll this now.
NG Buki is a good friend of mine. I'm sure he is hollering right now, extremely excited. That's exactly what they needed to get into zone.
They've got to wrap left now. They've got to wrap left. Come around this ridge on this left-hand side, then come back in. They run straight to Fancy.
Yes, don't run straight at it.
If they're lucky now, they're going to come behind Team 7 and get this third party. These guys are struggling, but they can't stop. If NG stop for the fight or take a knock and second guess their ability, they're going to go down. They've got to take the ridge where frame B, or also I say the bowl where frame B is. If they don't take that, I think it's going to be the end of their game. They need to start cutting back in now. Buki's on his own.
I don't know if it's smart for them to third party the fight with 7. I think they need to go back down over the hill and take out Team 8.
They've got to get
some of that hard cover.
100%.
Get in the zone, establish themselves.
They've got to get where frame B sitting. They've got to get in that dip.
Exactly. See, this is a problem that NG had in the last tournament. They're playing edge and they make rotations that are too far instead of taking the cover that they need to. They did the exact same thing in another game. They rotated too far trying to play edge. And I have an expression that I heard in football. Some teams play not to lose instead of playing to win.
Yeah, 100%.
and it cost them. Now look, they're gonna third
Oh,
party
Odin
Team
Twitch has
7
been
here.
lagged out. Oh, unlucky.
Oh no!
That is unlucky for him.
Team 9
And we're on an
eliminated.
EU server as well, bro.
Time to upgrade your internet, man.
Let's go. Right, that's a good control.
See, look, NG now getting knocked. They're down to 1.
But they got the fight though. They got stats went down, but obviously frame beating on. They needed to aggressively push it as a free man. They should be sitting where frame B is now, and they would have been happy. They could have fought out of this area.
Exactly.
And they've got zone again. This is a
Now
huge
Smurf
mistake.
is in a terrible spot. By himself between 2 teams. Team 7 can just push up and absolutely destroy him. Vamsy might be able to get the res here.
Expect Team 7 now to push in. Depends actually who got the knock. I didn't see who got the knock on frame. Base is wrapping round up high. We are going to see the end of NG, I think.
Absolutely.
Maybe them. Good night.
There it is.
That is a mistake. That is not knowing your map well.
That's exactly. And not knowing what your team needs to do. I'm not sure who the IGL is. But not paying attention to kill feed and where teams are at, what team you need to eliminate. Poor play right there. That's where you get a little thirsty for kills. They're like, oh, let's third party instead of getting your position and playing it a smart.
But they
You can be aggressive,
even,
but you can be smart with it.
they didn't commit to the third party though. They
They did. No, they
the
kept
right
one up
the
on the
right
hill to anchor.
yeah the right process was there in their mind. You could see it, but I think you nailed it right. They're playing to survive, not playing to win, right?
Absolutely.
In a push now from Docs now, trying to chase GTS. GTS are backing away. Both these teams need to come in, so Docs need to back away from this fight and think about how they're going to get in. ET though, with a big push. They've covered a lot of maps to get to this place.
Interesting push by Team 14. NT has this whole ridge up here.
So you got the res as well. The GT though came in from the other side. Remember, they were in Baccardo. So they drove in and they knew there was a dip here, so they stuck it into this dip.
That is a smart play by them.
That's them. That's knowing the map. That is
Knowing
purely
the
the
map,
map.
exactly. You can see a night and day difference between IGLs that know and understand the map and what needs to happen for your squad. And then committing to the push. Like they committed
Seven's not
to the
seven.
push. Well,
Did they just not want to play
I wonder
ball?
if they were peeking the same side.
God only knows. But we're leaving with that
God
one.
only knows.
Jeez.
Mate's gonna get Doc's pickle out of there. Some hard push by them. Gravity, Sparkles, Demshake holding that ridge. Trouble is in trouble as the last
100%.
one here.
He has to lay down as well.
Oh, here come the mates. They're about to lay the hammer down, and that's
It's like a
it
grenade.
for Team
Oh.
18.
Yeah, good play for them. Didn't really have the ridge. I think that chase for GTS caused them a little bit. They left it. They chased for too long. They ran out of zone, and they had to rotate in quickly. Team 10 have got a knock on 7, so we're seeing them shoot over the top of GT here. Frame B
Team
is
13, they've been pretty right now in that bowl.
yeah.
This is going to be a hard push for them out, though, because all open right there in that dip. If the team, like the mates, are going to have the height advantage on that ridge, Team 4 kind of lagging behind them. Team 5 is also going to have shots on them. Very difficult for them to rotate
This
out.
northeast side is all about timing now, okay? So they need to get to this corner towards center zone. You got to think that's the only place now for these guys to play is into this corner, which I'm looking at.
Yeah.
VE, Team 5 are going to play as long as possible. They're going to try and stay away from Team 7, away from Team 8, away from Team 4, 14 and 10. They want to try and focus this fight in the corner. So they're going to try and pick up the kills as people rotate away. GTS in a bad spot, Team 4, 13 have to get in. Mates are going to do a 2-2 split, and 2 of them are going to anchor as well.
Team
and hold
10
us
gonna
up.
eliminate Team 14 in the
Push.
dip.
They had to take that push.
Good play by them. They had to.
This is where we're seeing
Good
teams
fight.
have
Good
to take
decision
it.
making.
They've got to take these teams have got to take it. They are frame
Team
B.
7 eliminated.
So all these teams in the south side have to go where frame B is, or go to where NT is. They've got to pick one of the 2 of those areas. They're the
I
only
think
2 dips.
VE is going to do it. They are smelling the blood.
What makes me laugh? On Tuesday, VE were in the position where the mates were, and they nailed a team on the rotation that they are in at the moment. So they're now feeling how it felt. 13 is
4
cleared up.
eliminated by the mates.
Yeah, mates, and I believe Polly's crew might have nicked a kill there as well. The on push, great nade there from Say.
Great name.
Polly's
They're
gone
gonna
down.
get the trade with Ollie.
Polly's been
Let's see
picked
if
up by the
somebody else
mates.
gets a thirst. Yep, absolutely.
Frame B's
Frame B
done.
eliminated.
Oh, so he's down to a 1. He's to tuck in quick, and he has. So both 5 and 10 have now put themselves in the position they wanted to. They both now need to fight each other
Oh.
next, I think.
Now look at this team 13. They were, since the other teams were all rotated off, they're able to get up into this the dip on the ridge. Not a bad spot by them.
Did they take the cars though? The other 2 boys got
They
cars?
took 2 cars.
There is
Yeah,
one more
the
car.
other ones have cars. Okay.
Polly's got a buggy.
Buggy. Malsey's still on the roof.
I think Malsey now at this point is going to give up in the sense that he just needs to anchor. He needs to, he like for me, the IGL should be going like, unfortunately, mate, you're dead. Like for me, you need to sit here as long as possible.
Stay there as long as possible.
And make sure no one comes behind us on that left-hand side and works their way down on the left and right as mates are trying to come down. If he gets the shots on, he's second guessing himself. You've got a mini 14, so you're going to have to hit him about 10 times. Any times a day if you want to take a shot will be great. I'm going to go for the headshot like he's got an SKS. And he missed it. Got the knock, well done. Patience has paid off here. Mates are now retreating back. And he get a second. Unable to get a second. Done his job, well done. This is what he needs to hold anchor now. As I said, mate, he's dead. The only player who can drop down is his left-hand side, but he's going to get caught up. But he's done his job. He just needs to continue to hold there now. He's even got a little bit more zone. Let's wait for these guys to try and rotate in. BE now taking a fight with 10. Be a hard fight now for Team 5 and Team 10. They're fighting over absolutely no cover at all. After Kitty's done guards. Using the smoke well. But Ian Ghost will have to pull away from this. I think they're going to wrap down the other way. Well, they might even use the car. Be a hard push for the car. Guards is down. Good position though for Team 13. Oh, and there we go. Centralized zones. Favouring for 13. The IGL is now going to be thinking about this dot. The dot is sitting bang smack really on 13. Mates have put themselves in a bit of a hard push out that way. They didn't really want to come that way. The mates wanted to come down and push around this side. Get the back of Team 13. I don't know why I tried to circle Team 13. Not like you can see them. BE. These boys are going to try and come up and over this ridge. They're in zone. They're not being forced out. But they are going to be the first forced out on the next zone. Push. NT though could do a cheeky wrap. And if they can come up and over this side here, they might be able to catch the mates. But the mates are going to be looking for them as well. So it's going to be interesting to see whether we see the north fighting first versus the south. Or if we see the north tag up on the south. Because the south need to push their way over without any issues. That he's done one. And he's got the confirm as well. Mates losing another one. So that's come 40 seconds. Team 10 is waiting. 4 teams remain. VE with 2. Team number 10, they're currently sitting with 3. It's going to be a hard push for NT though. Team 16, which is the mates, they're sitting with a 2. But Team 13, which is Polly's crew, they are now sitting in a great spot. But they just lost one. They managed to turn the favour though Oh, and VE Ghost now punched a hole. This could be a push now. We're going to see VE make the play across. This is the right time for them to go. Hopefully they don't get caught out by NT. NT are looking for it. They've got the eye shots on. Sutty and the guys are getting nailed. Sutty's committed himself. Ghost is over. Good play. Ghost getting his boys. Good play here. Oh, Ghost needs to win the one-on-ones, and he won. Woo! Go Ghost. VE though, a massive push from VE. Sutty actually fortunately getting sacrificed here. Mate's able to get the res on, but they're now a 2. But Ghost for VE, pick it up. What a move for him. NT though, why are they not getting shot in the back by Mates? Here it comes. D's down to a 1-shot. He's now been picked up. Ghost just needs to hold his side now. He's really rewarded himself getting towards the centralized zone, but he needs to ensure he doesn't get tied into this fight here with the Mates. That's not a bad nade. That's going to do some damage. Oh, just overcooked. Not coming through. NT now down to a 2. They were in a controlling seat there. Ghost is putting himself in a powerhouse. Ghost really just trying to hold. He's going to be good for zone placement. He's the only guy in the center. 10 smokes here. Nicking kills. Another kill. 9 kills. I don't want Ghost to deal with the guys on the right side though. I'm not going to lie. He's got another one. There's the Mates who goes down to a 1-on-1, but he's lost his players. His players moved heavy left. Great rotation here. Down to a 1-on-1. Can Ghost win it? Ghost unfortunately not picking it up, but Arctic Kitty Cat. What a close out. But great rotation at the end though. Able to pick up the player. But woo, massive kudos to my boy VE. It is utterly insane. What a push for them. But NT, which I thought were on the back foot, taking the win there. Very close though. But VE Ghost starting the boys Ollie and Gars though doing their bits. That was a hard end play for them for phase number 3. Mates got caught out. I think they got a bit disappointed. They couldn't push down and close out Team 13, which is Polly's crew. They got tagged up, but Polly Morsey doing his job as an anchor, controlling the Mates, stopping that the backs and packs, I call it, getting tagged out by the Mates trying to push down. They took 4th place though, so well done for them. And then Ace Gaming picking up a 5th place. Let's have a quick look at action replay. I'm just trying to get my head around it, but this is obviously utter push across the road. He's already wrapped down. He's cleared out a 3 bomb, and they got the knock pushed over. Right, he's wrapped up his team, cleared off Polly's crew. He's then tucking himself in. You can see there's a knock on the other side. Clears the Mates. At this point he knew that NT were in front of him, but he's then had to work his way around and get some magic. Unfortunately though, Atomic Kitten with a big push on that other side, getting the winner chicken dinner. Right, quick advert break. Last round coming up. We're tied the leaderboards. We'll see you in a few minutes.
between two different things. Yeah, I'm thinking too much, I'm bursting at the seams. Tell me I'm not lost out at sea. Tell me they are listening to me, feeling misplaced. Someone rescue me. Someone rescue me. Someone take me. I'm floating. Someone There's no easy way to say it, babe. It's gonna hurt you no matter what. I've been trying to find a way, spent a couple dozen days, but this is all I got. Yeah, so just let me go, let me go, let me go. It ain't working no more. Let me go, let me go, let me go. Baby, just stop holding on and take it from me. You will feel better, you will feel better. It's hard to believe. You will feel better, you will feel better, baby. There's no need for a fight. Just repeat after me when I tell you goodbye. Give it 3 weeks, you will feel better, better without me. Better without me. Please don't make this any harder, babe. Please don't make it harder than it already has to be. Wipe those tears out of your eye. We both need a different life, so don't beg me not to leave. No, just let me go, let me go, let me go. It ain't working no more. Let me go, let me go, let me go. Baby, just stop holding on and take it from me. You will feel better, you will feel better. It's hard to believe. You will feel better, you will feel better, baby. There's no need for a fight. Just repeat after me when I tell you goodbye. Give it 3 weeks, you will feel better, better without me. Better without me. Don't need a doctor just cause you lost me. Don't need to open the wine. No medication, antidepressants. All you need is time. No communication, ringing me on FaceTime. Baby, I ain't picking up. And next time you see me, you'll be completely glad that we broke up. Take it from me, you'll feel better, you'll feel better. It's hard to believe. You'll feel better, you'll feel better, baby. There's no need for a fight. Just repeat after me when I tell you goodbye. Give it 3 weeks, you'll feel better, better without me. Better without me. Better without me.
I woke up again at 5 a.m. Can't get you off my mind. Can't figure out who I am if I can't call you mine. These four walls come caving in. It can't get cigarette. I would've followed you down, baby. Followed you down, down, down. How many been in your bed lately? You really make your way around. You say you lay with me forever, but I'm alone with another round. With another round. I'm just trying to make last call. If I'm too drunk, I can't call. And ask why you left me for someone else. I'm just trying to make last call. Get drunk while you fall into love with someone else. Myself, I don't know where I've been. I taste like ash and wine. When you wake up with him, does his body feel like mine? I would've followed you down, baby. Followed you down, down, down. How many been in your bed lately? You really make your way around. You say you lay with me forever, but I'm alone with another round. With another round. I'm just trying to make last call. If I'm too drunk, I can't call. And ask why you left me for someone else. I'm just trying to make last call. Get drunk while you fall into love with someone else. I've been sad before, but not like this. 'Cause I had it bad for you since our first kiss. Oh.
Okay, fourth and final round. We've got a south to a north rotation. It's actually going on the far left side on the west. So it looks like it's decent, but it will, I think the spread of the teams will be good. He's pushing out. Lost Jones going to be the heavy one. Big split here. Chum's actually contested. Lost Leon's going to be contested as well, with Ace Gaming and Polly's crew going in for that. Ricardo untested from the mates. Mates actually did a split in the middle. What those guys might have rocked for. Might have rocked every way. Oh, Bounce decided to take the tumble. Problems has done him as well. So he's definitely hit something at the top here. They've got one back though. They have to force the res. Okay, teams are able to get the res on. He's going to have to back down and try and get a med. This team 17 is sitting high. Mushu has done RKSM. He's actually punched him out. They are backing their way as well, Team 11. Main B, so it is kicking off now. Like Walsh and the guys against Poddy's crew. So Ace Gaming versus Poddy's crew. Looks like Ace Walshy is picking up the res here. Lampsy's down as well. Oh, Walshy's been picked up. Frame B's the only guy left for the team. He is holding out at the moment. Pushing through. Frame B's backed into a corner here. Team 13 is on the push. Poly Screw's going to want to pick up the extra kill. Maybe he's jumped. Oh, running straight into an Uzi. Poly Screw tucking him in. Ace Gaming going out in 16th place. Looks like we've got Team 7. They are pushing down as well. 11 drops 17, so we are seeing this fight happen again now. Jumpman's on the push, he's on the rotation further around. They've lost another one. Jumpman's gonna have to try and deal with this. Oh, Jumpman got taken down by the DBS. You got waxed. What a name for rocking that gun. It goes so well. They're now pushing down. Last guy left. All or nothing. And it's nothing. Team 11 clearing up Team 17. Sending them out in 15th place. Two teams going down early. Doors here. And now we're still seeing it fight. And we're seeing that third party is now kicked off in Los Leones. Team 7 have got the knock on Poly's crew. They've now got a second down. Only got one guy left, I believe. And he's on the run. I don't know if he's going to be able to back away. He's trying. They've got a guy wrapping down below, so the way he's going to go is going to be towards a player. Oh, he might sneak in the middle of the two now. That's going to hurt. Oh, hi. Lucky to get away with that. Got player to his right, though. Look at that. Talk about luck of PUBG. He just missed that player on the right-hand side. Wow. Talk about getting away with the skin of his teeth. He's away, though. Give him that. They are fighting for placement points. That's why. So, let him escape out of there. Let's have a quick look to see if my leaderboard has updated for everyone. And it has. So, let's get the leaderboard up on screen. Let's take that one down. Let's push this one back out. Then leaderboard wise, yeah, Mate still sitting in first place, 49 points. NT there with 38. Body's crew on 32. VE are on 28. ETS 26. GT though dropping under 6th place. Docs in 7th. And Rico's Roughneck store in 8th place there. Ace Gaming already out, and unfortunately they are a little bit too low down the table to be contending. I am surprised Body's crew are able to get away with this here. Ace has done Doc's writing. Quite a long shot. And Frame B is looking for a group because he is out the comp, bless him. Right, rotation wise, we've got VE coming down this sort of west side. GTS holding out the corner of Monty, so they are looking for some kills. They want these teams to be rotating through here. They're not favouring the corner. They're actually cutting across. NT obviously a little bit further down. Mate's a little bit further down than that. Gravity going around Docs is now going to have to try and take the fight. Vita and WC then are rotating down from the VE path. But V actually come really far around. I thought these guys might have taken one of these compounds here, or taken their hill. They're rotating the whole way around. I wonder where they're going to pitch up now. Out the hill, so it looks like they're going to check the compound on the top of the hill here. Great compound to hold. Hard to get up to. I think they're going to have BT causing this team some problems here. They had to bail the car. B trying to save their boys. Backing out and going further around. Not a bad play for them. They scraped away from that one. Mate's now having problems on the rotation. A lot more people having problems with rotation. Bloody hell, you don't want to be in a buggy in this on this map. Especially a buggy with no wheels, because that's what happens. Odin Twitch just picked you up. See, gets to confirm. Stop rushing your shots. Zazar's picked him up. Team number 12 taking the kill. Okay. Who's now working their way up? Now NG now pushing team 15 and 14 pretty close here. Guys might kick off. WC pushing in through the middle. Doc's actually roped right high round from Monty. Now they're trying to deal with a Euro pushing through the gap, going down late. Zone's about to shift. It's going to be a hard one to call, I think. I was about to say it's going to come south. It has. NG now pushing up and over. Our compound to hold this one, especially the two. They've got a knock. They've got to be aggressive here, NG. They've got to not allow that res in. Got to keep pushing, boys. No, that door's going to be closed. They're going to be trying to get the res on. Going around the outside trying to look up. I wouldn't put GT past holding this one out as a 2. It is quite a hard compound to push, especially now Wiz is going to have his back to the team that's coming in. Need to stop this team pushing in. Jetsy Brav's managed to get in the compound. Jetsy Brav's gone down a bit too much of a fake here. This is down to a 1. Wiz has been dealt with though. Ghosted that down. G wrapping down low. Good use of space here on Miramar, coming down for the low side. This is going to try and guesstimate where he is. Nade's gone over. Push down. NG now lost another one. Picking up his second man. Gonna get the confirms here because it's not going in. NG now it's a 2 on 2. 2 on 1 in the compound though. You have to try and wrap around here. NG needs to tighten up. Wiz is still down. I think GT are trying to figure out exactly where these boys are. Mushu has done. Arctic Kitty. Aiden. Got confirm. Now 1-on-1. He's at the top. I don't know NG slaps, but I do know Kizza. I know Kizza can shoot. Not good enough though. NG slaps. Holding his right, and he's going to be able to get the res, putting NG back to a 2. Not bad placement for them. They're going to have to try and rotate away from this one. Jeffrey's crew coming over. Euro, interesting player, have opted to go across, but so has Dog. So, I mean, really interesting to see when they get to zone who stops and takes the fight here. Cool, he's going to be coming. That the team is coming. He's taking some hits, and look at that. Instantly, the brakes has come on heavy here from Euro. Dog's going to have to go wider. Down to a 1. Get lucky with this. He's gone. Knocked himself. Dog's going to know it's a free kill over here. Will they go and sniff it out? Euro doing the right thing and trying to confirm him. Euro's confirmed him. Pickle, I do not recommend going there with a bus, mate. Dogs have turned off. There's a lot of open ground here. You guys might be able to pick him up as they come across. If Euro can get the shots on quick enough. I think it's a race now to the next bridge. And I think Docs are going to be able to do this over Euro. He's put themselves in a great spot. They need to be able to hold out. Euro not opting to go for the cars. They are going straight for the kills here. This is going to be a mistake here. Surely, why are Docs stopping? They should be getting across here. Antipop is tailing it all the way. Foxy then naded himself, so I know what you want to see. Docs getting across here. Antipop not able to get the shots on. Euro now in the defensive, and they've got to get across. And rightly so, Doc have stopped. Hero Godly is trying to work his way in. Dynamic is going to be holding here. A lot more action going this top side here. FZ are taking on Team 7. Which Team 7 used to be the Polly's crew. But they ain't anymore. Top shells though fighting out. Howler's down. NM's down. They've taken one with them. Odin is the last guy left. Going for the res. Let's see if the nade comes in fresh. Oh, Team 12 gone. Jeffries have gone. Good nade. Splash damage. Need another one. Boys are chasing. They are opting to go for utility belt, not for the actual fight. That Mog needs to get on. Both teams are backing away from this fight. Big fight's going to come in on this sort of west side. Most teams need to work their way across. It looks like Euro have been taken out as well. So I miss Euro going, but Docs flipping round. Euro should have seen that they were rotating around. They should have pushed someone for the bridge for a hold. And then if they would have pushed someone for the bridge and done what Doc's done to them, we'd have seen Doc sitting on this side, unable to get through. Euro's on the other side, and they would have been able to clamp the team down. They just didn't see the vision to get it closed out at the very, very end there. Team's now pushing in. NT trying to work their way down. GTS now sitting outside. NTD down to a 1. Surely they're going to get this point. Oh, Team 11 no. Top of the hill. Taking full advantage of that. D's down and tucking in. Oh, NG's down though. I see an NT trying to fight this one. He got waxed because he hasn't got the shotgun anymore. But he's pushing it down. Got both this side. And there we go. Team 7 closed out. FZ holding and winning, but losing players to that fight. Team 7 is going to have to hold. GTS going to maybe get caught out here. And no players crashed in. 11, 4, and 10 are all going to have to rotate on this south side. Doc's going to have to come across. Also, VE sitting central. Mates just a little bit behind them. Great spots for them. Team 12 in actually a really good spot. Team 12 is going to have the ability to maybe move down as the zone comes. Depends on the next zone bounces. But losing one like that from Ollie, not what you want to see here. Team 5 VE are doing bits at the moment. Guess they're going to try and control him. But he's got one though. He's fighting for his life. One pack. Trying to figure out where they are. Good smoke out the back. The GTS boys have already gone. I think it's the right play for them with JB for ATR. Okay, looks like Team 12 are still taking some shots. DB holding at the top of the hill. Again, they're a good spot. VE central. It's not bad as well, centralized as well. Team 13 now down to a 1-man. which is Polly's crew. We saw that from the early fight, but actually run the whole way from Los Leones down here. Able to get in. Esther down to a 2 after that fight. Ox coming out of that fight with Euro unscathed as a 4. He has to come in, but GTS done the right thing. They're now waiting for him to run in. Playing off the blue. JB. Down. Benton. Gonna be able to get the res. Team 11 now clearing out Team 10, sending them out. NT though sitting high in the leaderboard. Not going to be happy they're going out that early. Purely on rotation alone. Looks like Team 11 are chasing this. Trigger happy. Are getting really trigger happy. Problems over the Groza. Oh, headshots there. Headshots over headshots. He's down to the 1. Pulled out in time. GTS are really dug in here. The expectations are they're going to do some damage here, but they need to keep pushing. We are phase 4 here. Oh my days, how did that even happen? Fenton, I don't even know I can call that got deleted. Wax has gone to zone. AB went down as well. I'm really shocked with that. BE still sitting in the compound. Doc's actually, I think, in a better position. We've got 2 either side of the bridge and 2 on the bridge, which is not too bad. They're going to be able to play some angles. The teams are going to have to push down. I think the logic is the team's going to try and push into the compound that VE are sitting in. VE are going to be able to hold out quite some time. 13's out on my right-hand side on the east. They're going to be working their way in. Actually, no, it's just in zone. FZ need to work their way in. Yes, San Diego's done. You got Waxed. He's gone. They're now down to a 1-man Team 11. Team 12 going to play in slowly, I think. Ray in the smoke. Trying to get Ray here. Ray's down to a 1. Maybe a 1.5. Doc Wright has picked him up though. Long shots. And a quick look. So Team 12 are going to have to play in. They've got a little bit of ridge they can play off. But as they start to come down, they've got areas in which they can have to try and work their way down. Use the ridges. VE can be popping shots if they stay this side. If they come further on the left-hand side, they're going to find themselves against the mates trying to control them. The only other up they've got is where they were just shooting. Playing down this far side. Wrapping down on blue. There are some really nice bunkers in which they could tuck themselves into. I think that's a better play for them getting down. If they try to work down over the other side, they're either going to take on the mates or they're going to take on VE. Both of them are going to require a knock to get the team down. They are 4 strong though. Jack Moggs has got low down. I'll try and hold him out. He's in zone. Doubles pushed away. Doc needs to hold a little bit tighter, I think now. I think this guy's a little bit knocked spread. If they get knocked, if Trouble or Pickle get knocked, they're going to be in a bit of a situation. Night Store holding the outside. Work their way down. 13 is just laying low. So we're going to see Team 12 unfold a little bit. They are coming down towards the mates, so they've opted for the team they want to take the fight on. Good for them, though. Mates not even looking up the hill. No danger will come from the hill at all. Never. Mates now need to make a play in. These guys are pushing for the end zone. End placement. 1 kill, sorry. 1 kill. I'll remind you guys very quickly of the leaderboard. Just going into the zone because obviously some of these teams are very much in the mix for it. Mate sitting up in first place. NT have just gone anyway. Polly's crew are up as a 1-man. VE down low, but they're on 28, but they're going to be one taken for the 2nd and 3rd placement points. GTS, Then GT, Docs are in there as well. They're on 18 points. They need some big pushes here to be able to close this one out and get some high kills. They've set out in 6. Right, he's jumped. T-Rex got this whole side to themselves now. Team 12 got the height though. Not much of it. Looks like mates have picked up Team 13. So that's Poddy's crew. Pick VE now to try and control out the mates with Team 12. DB. See what I can do. DOX taking some shots at DB. Stopping them to take the fight on VE. Mates look like they're pushing up towards this side. They are a 2-man now. Are pushing a 2-on-4 fight. Let's see what they can deal with. Not in zone. Short molly. Good headshots though. Lost another player further down. Got a kill though. Using the time to get a med on. That's the end of the mates. DB clutching them up and controlling them out. They went out to push down and take a slight ridge. VE though are getting shot in the back by DOX. Trouble's now pushed across. Guards is down. V losing 2. Ollie's the last guy left. Ollie's jumped out. Oh, V getting tucked in there. In a 4-on-3. DOX versus DB. BGL versus EPT. 4-on-3 in the favour of EPT. Looks like BGL gonna have to do the work here. Oh, trying to have a sneaky peek. I was doing further round. Trying to get the rock. DOX. I'm trying to get control. Pushing back down now. Nice use to try and get the angle. Team 12 are trapped up there. Once they trapped, they're going to have to stack up together and work their way down. They are pushing down towards the compound. Dynamics is on the southwest push. 25 ace a little bit higher up. He's trying to anchor. Trying to find where trouble was. These guys need to not focus on too much here. Trouble's picking them up though from the compound window. He's taking on the load here. Pushing back out. You actually need to caution that they are. This should be the end. Oh, he's managed to tuck him back. Down to a 2 now. 2-on-3. Winner, chicken dinner. Great push from the team on the final zone. DOX clearing up the lobby. Really lucky though. Euro made a huge mistake, but 11 kill win with a dub. 21 points on the board. That's going to do them some favors coming into the final round. But DOX taking first place. Yeah, good rotations for them. I can't blame their play. They cut off well, and Euro made a mistake and they capitalized on it. DB in second. VE unlucky though. Oh, only 1 kill with Ghost. Ghost again, like always putting in the kills. Only won this round, coming in 3rd place. Mates though doing well, and I think they've got the dubs with the 3 kills and a 4th placement. And Poly Crew coming in 5th place. Have a quick look at the last action replay. We not? There we go. There's last action replay. Great moves though. So Trouble looked to doing this early doors, but came up high and then obviously got picked up, then dropped down low, took some shots. These guys took the attention back off him, back up there, getting the first knock, going for the second. Unfortunately, getting knocked. But at that point, no, that was the game-changing move for him. He's clutched it up. The rest of the team now just closing in. Couldn't even get to him in time. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Right. That is the end of that. That was the first time we have done EPT versus BGL. I believe BGL might have taken a win with the mates and NT being high up there. Poly's crew rolling up also. VE done well. GTS were in 5th coming into this. GT were in 6th. DOX were in 7th, but to the dub with a nice 21 points there, so you can work them ones out. And Rico's Roughnecks, great film, were in 8th. Don't forget, this leaderboard does not include the final game that we just witnessed underway. Everybody who has tuned in, thank you very much for watching and taking part. Thank you for everyone that has subscribed. Howler, I will call you Howler now, not Howler, but that was a howler for you. So much love, bro. Good to see you partaking. We're trying to arrange another one with these with BGL and try and do these going forward. Maybe doing a qualifier and the teams have to qualify to get in, making it a little bit of a longer event, higher reward. I believe the prize fund obviously has been topped up by an external company as well. So the external investor putting extra money in, I think on BGL side in the US. So great to see, and thank you very much. I will wrap things up now and tune in for Discord. I'm putting up a 2-day free event next week, and obviously the free will person getting past that will get entry. Don't forget, keep an eye on Discord. We will confirm out the leaderboard and the winners, and then drop us a we can confirm out who's making the payments, etc. And we will make sure it is in there within 72 hours. Thank you very much, and I will see you guys later. Bye.